one.
Colonel, can we see some of this movement from our satellites?
You can see some of it, but the thing about these sites, many of them are mobile, and they can change around because they know when the satellites are over us. But those things can move, and that's why it's going to take some time before we can actually get to where we need to go. So I think we should dampen the idea that anybody thinks that this is in an imminent case where all of these things are going to be done in a short period of time, because we have to build trust, they have to build trust, and it's going to take a step-by-step negotiation.
What is the difference?
On the first point, and I'm probably talking to the choir here, no, there's no chance that the Pentagon is right in its assessment that Congress doesn't have a role to play. I mean, honestly, it's very much the same as a guy saying, hey, look, y'all don't have anything to say to me, Mr. Police. I mean, sure, I drove a car and a guy got out and robbed a bank and got back in and drove away. I mean, but I didn't go inside, so I didn't do anything. All I did is drive the car. Well, yeah, you're guilty. You are part of that group. To say that we provide all these things and we're actually not involved in combat operations is to just defy obvious reality. And the fact is that we do. And I think that this is one of those times where Congress really does need to assert its authority. This is not an R or a D issue. This is a balance of power issue. This is a U.S. constitutional issue.
Von Clausewitz is still relevant today, and wars are the continuation of politics by other means. And so what that means is that if you're going to send the military in somewhere, it's got to have an achievable political end, i.e. you're going to use this force to attain some kind of political end that's beneficial to the United States. Just in concept, that's what it means. So if you're going to win something, it doesn't just mean, okay, we're going to go and take Berlin, and so we've won the war because we took this tactical objective. That's why you've seen over the last 17 years, practically everywhere we've ever been, every conflict we've had, and I'm talking about at the tactical level, I doubt that there's a single one that we've lost. So we're like 100-0 on winning the tactical fights, and we're 0 for everything on winning the political fight.
Good progress. And the second thing is that President Moon Jae-in from South Korea has been doing a really good job in diplomatic and navigating between the two. Yeah, and even Kim Jong-un seems to have more interest in engaging with the world than certainly his grandfather or his father did. And, so there's some possibilities.
In terms of who the president decides to move forward in her position?
Yeah, I do. I really think it's very important. And you've seen Trump kind of do a number of these things over time to find just the right fit. Because, we first started off with Rex Tillerson as Secretary of State, and that didn't seem to be a good fit. But what did replace him was Michael Pompeo, with whom the president had a really good relationship.
But to say, all right, in that case, I'm just going to be quiet. I'm going to finish out my career. Maybe I'll write a book or something after that. But I'm not going to take any risk that, someone might yell at me or that my career might be damaged or so. While every day, through the next 2 fighting seasons especially, American soldiers, men and women in uniform, are going to go outside that wire every day, and they're going to risk their physical life. How could I remain silent while they risk their physical life every day? And a reporter recently asked me how I rationalize my speaking out against the military requirement for unity of effort. And I told him there's nothing to reconcile. I have an obligation to stand up for the truth and do the right thing, irrespective of the consequences. An obligation. And in my view, everybody in uniform does. Part of the Army 7 values says that it requires me to bear true faith and allegiance to the United States Constitution, to the Army, to your unit, and to other soldiers. And in regards to integrity, it says do what's right, legally and morally. Truth-telling and duty and dedication to duty are synonymous. There's nothing to reconcile. But look, one Army guy sent up and doing this probably isn't going to make a difference. And I'd even go so far as to say, the other folks that are being recognized here today, just one of us, just this handful of folks, it's not enough. It's going to take some other people to step out and do some things better. And I'll just tell you, one of the things that has really given me some encouragement and given me hope is that when I see this room here full of people, I mean stuffed from side to side, even up in the balcony there's some folks here. That's brilliant, because that means there's folks that are interested in this. Can I just tell you, if you can't just be in the audience. I mean, I appreciate you, clapping for us, and I appreciate you being part of what's, and honoring what we do. I mean, it truly is appreciative. But, if you really want to honor us, I need you to step out a little bit. You know, Randy said a little bit. You know, Randy mentioned it at first. You know, you need to start telling other people about it. But I'll go a little bit further, and I'll say you need to start doing something. I mean, look at this room. This room is full of, I mean, there's members of Congress in here. There's major members of the media, you know, think tank folks, business leaders, all kinds of people. I mean, you guys here really have some influence and some power in certain areas of influence. You need to use that for doing something that's good. Because in the end, we can't be satisfied with saying, yeah, that's, boy, that guy had a lot of bravery, good job. You need to join in with that, because if we do accept that the truth is negotiable, if we do say, yeah, you know, I know he doesn't really mean that, but that's just how business is done. No. No more. That's got to stop. That's got to stop right here. That's got to stop today. It's no longer acceptable for the truth to be negotiable.